whatever application you are already having related to machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, how to deploy it on web browser. Because many times, or in almost every instance, we have to work on presentation part also. How to present your work. For this, we will use some free and open source libraries. Along with that, we will see some free clouds, some freemium clouds. So as you can see, I'm showing some screens here, some websites. Streamlit, very popular library for development and deployment of machine learning, data-based applications, computer vision-based applications on cloud, on web browser. Generally, we see applications in this way. For example, in yesterday's session, we have seen like whatever application we want to run, it is executed on Google Colab. Okay, Google Colab is fine, but if I want to give that particular application a look of web-based application, a look of a website, for example, this code, okay, for example, this particular RAG code, some particular clip-based code, I want to use a specific HTML page. I want to integrate it with HTML page with some web-based application so that there will be a browse button. Okay, there will be no Google Colab. I want to use my own custom platform. For that, we will use some libraries. One of the very popular, very prominent library is Gradio. Okay, in very less lines of code, we can give our application an interface of web GUI. For example, in this way. Okay, so simply we will be able to click on some particular buttons. We want to generate some images. If we want to match some biometric medical images, that can also be done. If we want to create a chat bot similar to chat GPT, Gemini, that can also be done. Okay, so we will see its playground is also available. If you want to integrate it with Google Colab and other platforms, that can also be done. Okay, so in this particular session, 4 to 5 different libraries we will use. Very first library we are covering today, that is Gradio. Okay, after that we will come to Hugging Face, Hugging Face spaces, and then we will go to Render Railway. So first of all, I'm showing you which platforms we will cover. Render Railway, that is also cloud for deployment of machine learning and deep learning based projects. Okay, you can deploy, you can link it with your GitHub repository. Okay, no need to install TensorFlow in your laptop locally. If you want to work with vector databases on cloud, everything will be on cloud. Railway is there. You can work on Render, fastest path to production. Whatever application you are already having, for example, satellite images, you want to integrate it with computer vision based applications, you want to fetch some features, and everything should be on cloud. Okay, so we can use these platforms. Render. Now we are starting the demonstration part. Okay, very first segment, very first implementation we are covering related to integration of Gradio with Google Colab. Okay, Is this screen visible to all participants? Is this collab notebook visible to all? Kindly confirm.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So one by one we will see. I will start from machine learning. Okay. First of all, we will see how to create web based application from our machine learning based implementation. Okay, then we will move to deep learning, computer vision. Okay, one by one, so that from scratch, from very beginning, we will be comfortable. So this one you can see pip install as scikit-learn. We are using Gradio. We can install, and this particular implementation, it is related to random forest classifier. Okay, it may be anything. It may be artificial neural network. It may be your support vector classifier, random forest classifier, whatever application you want to develop. Okay, our major work, our major motive is to give this application a GUI look. If I execute this code, this highlighted code independently, then obviously we will get the output, no problem. But that particular output will be on screen. If I execute only this part, okay, this particular part, in that case we will get output on Google Colab. That is fine. I want to convert it, we want to transform it in form of a web based application without manual coding in PHP, .NET or Java, JSP. Within Python, we have a library that is known as Gradio. We have installed, you can see that. And now we will integrate it with Gradio interface. You can see that this is iFace. iFace is equal to GR. What is GR? This Gradio we have integrated, and you can see this is interface, which what is input level. So uh, which particular text boxes we want to create, whether we want to create radio buttons. So you can see that this particular iris detection, iris based classification is very popular problem in machine learning, very popular implementation. Okay, so we are giving this particular implementation a look of GUI interface. Okay, now iface.launch. So as soon as we will execute it, only this part, only these these 3 to 4 lines we will add, you will see a graphical user interface will be generated along with a live URL. Okay, first of all I'm showing you this part. After that I will show how to integrate it with your pre-trained model, deep learning or whatever it is. So this one. So on click of this, you can see now it is working on cloud. Now it is live URL, and obviously it looks more professional rather than we are giving input within Google Colab, for example. So just randomly I'm giving some values. Okay, this one submit. Now you can see this one. This is the output. If I'm changing it, for example, just randomly I'm giving some inputs. Now submit this one. Okay. So whatever input you want to place, okay, so in form of a web-based GUI, now it is Sitosa. So if we want to present our work in this particular format, it will be more effective and more professional rather than this particular part within this particular screen within Google Colab, and then we are sharing. For example, I want to share my implementation to my guide or to one of my research mate. Okay, then this option is very effective. Why this option is effective? First of all, your source code will be private. Your source code will not be shared. If I share this particular notebook to my classmates or teammates, in that case definitely this source code will be out. But if I am giving them only this particular URL, this particular URL in form of a web-based application, in that case, they will be able to access only the implementation part, only that execution part, rather than backend source code. Okay. But if I'm sharing this particular notebook, this URL, in that case everybody knows that source code will be out and it can be misused. So that is one part. Second part is it looks better. This interface looks more professional. Gradio. So with to any application you can create this interface. Its output, its interface will be visible within Colab, or you can you can generate its live link. You can see that its public link is generated. By which command, by which syntax this public link is generated, we have given here. You can see that share is equal to true. Gradio interface with share is equal to true. Public link is generated automatically. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Are you getting this point? Only this part. Okay, no need to understand it with too much complexity. Only this part, very small implementation. Okay, just using a random forest classifier and giving it a graphical user interface with Gradio with these 2 to 3 lines of code. Okay, now second implementation. This is first part. Now second part. Now I will come to that particular part related to classification problem. Again we are taking a different classification problem, but on different data set. Now we are getting this particular data set. Okay, on this specific data set that is associated to GitHub account. Okay, this particular data I want to train. It is a CSV based data set. Okay, this specific data I want to train, but I don't want to get results. I don't want to present my results within Google Colab or on console or on command prompt. I don't want to use any command prompt. I want to use a graphical user interface. For that you can see that everything will be same. No big change. Only 2 to 3 lines will be added in your code. First line will be added, this one: import Gradio as gr. This is the website. So previously also I have shown you, this is the website Gradio. It is free and open source available. Okay, freely. And lots of companies, lots of corporate giants are using Amazon, Facebook. Okay, you can see that Siemens, so many corporates, because most of the corporate applications are in form of web based application or in form of Android or iPhone or smartphone based application rather than this interface. Okay, so code will be same, internal code will be same. We are not changing inside any particular code. If I execute this code without Gradio, in that case output will be on Google Colab or on command prompt, whatever tool you are using. Okay, whatever interface you are using. But we want to use it, we want to present the output in Gradio interface. So you can see that in Gradio what we are giving drop down menu, this drop down passenger class. So from this particular data set we are already aware that this specific in this specific data set we want to use some drop down menu. For example, this particular passenger ID, okay, or survived. So we know, if we are aware that this particular value is in range 0 to 5, so what we can do, we can give a drop down menu. Okay, for gender we can give radio button. Okay, so what we will do, so this code will be same. And labels, we will put this drop down for whatever inputs we want to use. Okay, this one drop down for male female, label is gender. For age we are using a text box number. Okay, and now if I execute it, only this 2 lines of code, only this one, this particular part we are adding at last of your code. Automatically a live URL will be generated, and this particular live URL I will click, and now it is on cloud. I'm sharing same live URL in chat window. So click on this link and confirm whether it is opening in same way or not. Click on this link and confirm whether you are able to see this output as web-based application or not. Click on this link and confirm. Are you getting this interface? In chat window I have given. Okay, so you can see that how much it is easy. For example, I want to show you my research work. I want to show my output to some journal. I want to, for example, some specific to some specific teammate, we want to show some results. So you can see that this one, gender this, okay, age, for example, this submit. So you can see that how much it is easy. Male. So you can see that this one. Okay, so whether it is a CSV data, so up to now we have taken CSV data. Okay, this one is CSV Titanic data, very popular benchmark data. When we work with deep learning based applications, machine learning based applications, generally we work with benchmark data sets. This is one of the very popular benchmark data. Okay, lots of data sets sources available. One of the very popular source of data set is IEEE data port. For example, you are working on some uh, research domain and you need a specific data set. So this one is very popular source. Okay, you need some data sets related to computer vision. You need data sets related to some specific satellite images, okay, medical images. So all of these data sets available here. If you are working on some forensic application like malware detection, virus detection, malware analysis, so all of these data sets available here in free distribution. Okay, so that's why you might have seen in most of the academic research work we take benchmark data. So iris data set, that is also benchmark data. Titanic data, that is also benchmark. ImageNet, Coco dataset in deep learning, these are also under benchmark category. These are pre-tested. Okay. Now we will see some other parts. Up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Up to this point, is it clear to all participants? And kindly confirm so that we can move ahead with our next part related to computer vision, deep learning. Okay, so I will share this particular code, this notebook. So what you have to do, you have to integrate this particular segment at end of your code, at end of your machine learning or deep learning code. Okay, now we will see some implementations related to computer vision. Okay, I am coming to next part. In previous session, yesterday's session, we have discussed about pre-trained models. Previously, we have seen output of pre-trained model on screen on Google Colab. I don't want to use output on Google Colab. We want to use a cloud. We want to give it graphical user interface. You can see that this code is same. This is same code. ResNet 18, ResNet 60, ResNet 50, whatever we are taking, PyTorch code. This one is, you can see that ImageNet classes. Okay, so in previous session also we have seen we are taking ImageNet dataset. At end you can see that what we are doing, only this code is added. Everything will be same. All other source codes will be same. All other scripts will be same. At end we will integrate this specific Gradio segment, and now you will see what will be the interface. Okay, so iface.launch and share is equal to true, so that we can get a public URL, open URL, on click of which we will be able to browse some images. So you can see it is downloading that specific. Okay, now it is this public URL is available, and now it is on web browser. Separate implementation. No need to share your notebook. No need to share your source code. Okay, this is ResNet image classifier. Drop image, so you can see how much it is professional. Okay, so click on which image I want to browse. I want to check this image, submit, and you can see that this is the output. In same way, for example, any other image we want to see, some specific image we want to predict. For example, this image I want to take. Okay, in my implementation I want to check, I want to test whether it is giving correct results or not with ResNet image classifier. But we are not checking the output in Google Colab, we are checking it on Gradio live cloud. Okay, so you can see on click of this, I'm uploading new image, submit. Now you can see predicted class fox squirrel, so it looks more professional. And second part that uh, we have discussed, that no need to share your complete notebook. You want to show, you want to present your execution, you want to present your research work in form of a web page, in form of a URL, you can share, and other teammates will be able to check the output. Okay, whether this output is fine or not, or which type of output should be there, rather than giving your complete notebook. Otherwise, if you will give your complete notebook, anybody will be able to modify your source code. Okay, anybody will be able to generate a new source code from existing source code by minor modifications. Okay, so till your work is finished, you have to keep your code, you have to keep your execution secured and private. And it is possible only if we are using such type of implementations. Okay, so you can use this particular part. So I will share this particular implementation, this specific implementation, to all of you, this specific source notebook at end of the session. Is this clear to all of you up to this point? Kindly confirm. Up to,
Yes, sir.
and how much it is looking difficult? Is it understandable to all of you? Kindly confirm. Are you understanding what I mean to cover, and what I mean, what I am showing here? Is this clear to all participants? Okay.
It's a to me.
Yes. Okay. Now, dear participants, we are coming to
One question is from
any question, any query?
yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, is it possible that all queries we can take at end of the session? In last 15 to 20 minutes, we will discuss each and every point. You can note down your queries. Is it fine, sir?
Okay, sir. Note down of everything. I can note down, but I'm fine. I can note down, but some voice is important. But everything should not be taken as a note down as the writings.
Okay.
Sir, your
Okay. Okay. Please,
voice is
please
important.
ask. Please ask your query.
Sir, if the command line work is important, what is the operating system, the Windows or Linux, and or for the deployment matters?
For this type of implementation, are you asking about the operating system platform?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, no, no, it is platform independent. Anywhere you will be able to deploy it. Okay, whether you are using Linux or Windows or any, so anywhere you will be able to install on any platform, you will be able to deploy, even on command prompt also. For example, you are integrating on local tensor flow. In that case also it will work.
Sir, in command forms, SU duo, I mean, super user, but it does not work in Windows.
No, no, it will work. You can
This
try. It will work. It is openly available, free and open source. Without any restriction, it will work. And if you face any specific problem, you can mail me. After this session, I will see those screenshots or those implementations on which you are working.
sorry, sir, to disturb you for this lecture.
Uh, no, no, sir, it's fine. You are welcome. Is this clear to all of you up to this point? Can they confirm? Other participants, is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now, dear participants, we are coming to our next platform, very important platform for deployment of deep learning based applications, machine learning based applications. Yes, in previous session also we have covered it. Hugging Face. Hugging Face provides you free cloud to deploy your machine learning and deep learning based implementations. So one format we have seen just now with Google Colab and its linking with uh, Gradio. Gradio will give live URL and you will be able to share it. That is fine. If I want to make my implementation, if I want to deploy my model in permanent format, permanently on some platform, permanently means till I delete. In case of Google Colab Notebook, you might have seen that after some particular time we have to reconnect. Okay, there are certain services which restart automatically. I don't want to use that particular platform. I want to make my implementation permanently available on some cloud. For that, we will use Hugging Face Spaces, this option. So I am highlighting this part. Hugging Face Spaces for deployment of AI based models on cloud. It is completely free. So I will click here, Spaces. Okay, this one, Hugging Face Spaces. This is, you can see that it is visible here. Spaces, the AI app directory. So what you have to do, simply create your account on on Hugging Face. Okay, and you can see that 100 GB quota is available. 100 GB is more than sufficient. If we are working on some implementation, then you might have seen that this much space is not required. 100 GB. They are giving us free quota. This one. Now I want to deploy some model. Which model? First of all, I will show you the code. I will show source code. Which model I want to use? This one. I want to work on this one. This particular Python code. It is related to SqueezeNet, computer vision based application for image classification using SqueezeNet. So you can use ResNet, you can use LXNet. So for this demonstration, I have taken SqueezeNet. Okay, it is also a pre-trained model. Models is equal to SqueezeNet. You can write here ResNet, LXNet, GoogleNet, or ChecksNet from model zoo or any other. You will be able to take ImageNet. We are taking. Okay, this code may be any. It may be this particular specific code, maybe any script, not only pre-trained model. It can be anything. For example, you are working on medical image analysis, you are working on satellite data analysis, whatever you are doing, simply take this source code here. And at end, in same way, we put Gradio code, Gradio script, Gradio interface. You can see that this is same script, this is same format we have seen in case of Google Colab. Now I want to deploy this particular code, this machine, this deep learning code, computer vision code on live cloud that is permanently available, 24 by 7 available. No need to restart anything, it will be available. So we will have, what is the convention? First of all, we have to create its file app.py. This is my app. Okay, app.py file we will create, in which code will be available. Second file we have to create requirements.txt file. In this, we will have to give those libraries which are required to run this code. I'm repeating this point. Whatever code you are having, this is your script, this is your machine learning or deep learning code. Okay, to run this code, which libraries we need? Gradio, torch, pillow. Gradio, torch, pillow. So two files we will have to create: app.py, requirements.txt file. We will have to upload these files on Hugging Face, new space. First of all, I'm creating new space on this cloud. New space, pre-trained model. Okay, my, or I'm giving here squeeze net. Okay, create a new space. Okay, I'm giving here license. It is open source license. Generally, we give Apache. For such type of implementations, we give Apache license for open source scripts. You can use MIT also, OpenRail. So I'm using Apache license. Which GUI we are using? Gradio CPU. Okay, and I want to deploy it on public cloud. Public, create space. Now you can see that it is available. Now this one you will get. Okay, now you have two options to upload your source code. I want to upload this particular source code on my space, on my cloud space. One is, I will link with my GitHub repository. These are the commands. If you are aware with GitHub, so git add app.py. So this is one option with your Git. Otherwise, simply come to files here. This one, files. Come here, click on this particular link. This is the easiest way. If you don't want to work with GitHub, don't want to clone anything, okay, you don't want to commit anything, simply on web browser I want to work. Files, clicked on files, contribute, upload files. Simply we are uploading the files, deep learning files or codes which we want to work. This is my Python code, deep learning code. Change, commit changes. App.py is uploaded. One more file, upload files. Second file, I'm uploading requirements.txt file, because to run this file, to run this Python code, deep learning code, I need which specific packages? Requirements.txt. Two files I have uploaded. After uploading these two files on Hugging Face cloud, what I will do, I will simply click here on name of my app, name of my web app. Click. Everything will be executed on cloud. No need to download anything, no need to install anything on your laptop. Okay, no need to install TensorFlow. Everything will be on cloud. Now you can see that whatever application we need, whatever code we are having, this specific source code, now it will be loaded on cloud. Okay, on Hugging Face cloud. Okay, and finally it will give us the graphical user interface, and that URL we will be able to share without sharing your source code. No need to share your notebook, no need to give anybody your code. Simply upload on cloud, generate its URL, it will be permanent. So you can see that all packages will be installed one by one. Whatever packages are required to run this application, whether it is a machine learning application or deep learning application or generative AI based application, whatever it is. Okay, it takes 1 to 2 minutes, and after that it gets installed. Okay, So you can see that it is getting installed. And so what it is doing, it is downloading the packages, which packages are required to execute this particular code. Now very soon we will see that it is done. So pushing image and building, you can see that. Is this process visible to all participants? Kindly confirm. Very simple. We are working on cloud, not on local system. Everything is on cloud. Okay, you can give data from Amazon also, no problem. Okay, but actually in Amazon, what is the major issue? You might have seen that even free tier of Amazon, uh, in free tier of Amazon, we have to link our credit card or debit card. In Hugging Face, no need to link your credit card. Okay, I am not using any paid account of Hugging Face. It is free account. Okay, no need to link your payment gateway. No need to link your payment details. In Amazon, in and Microsoft Azure, GCP, other cloud, you might have seen that even for free tier, we have to link our card details. And many times it happens that we forget that some instances are open, and when people come to know, when they have bill of $2,000, $5,000, because many times we have seen such instances, such things that people start some instances on Google, on Amazon or Azure, and they forget closing or deactivating those instances, and at backend billing is done. Okay, billing keeps on. So that becomes very problematic many times. So rather than taking that cloud in which some payment details to be mentioned or card details to be given, simply take very classical cloud. Okay, in Hugging Face, no need to give your payment details. Everything will be on in free distribution. Okay, so it is building and now it is running. Yeah, now you can see that it is my space. Now this is lightweight image classifier. Okay, so if I want to show this implementation to somebody, to some client, to my guide, to my teammates, to my classmates, so simply copy this URL and I will send it by WhatsApp or whatever it is. Okay, and I will, and that particular person will be able to check the output whether it is correct or not. You can see that this one clicked here, so this is Fox Squirrel 100%, this one 0%. So this, it looks more professional. So share via link, you can see that this one. Now I want to change this image. I want to see this particular object. Submit. Sports car convertible 11%, minivan 11%. So this interface is better. So if I want to share it, so now it is available all time, 24 by 7. It will be available on Hugging Face cloud, and it will be done. Okay, so simply copy and share by any mode. It is running. If I want to close it, even if I do not deactivate this particular space, then billing will not continue. In case of Amazon, other cloud, billing keeps on working. Okay, so share via cloud, this one link copied, and you can see that this specific link we will be able to share. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Kindly confirm, are you getting this point? So this one, so for example, I want to show with some other like RAG application. Okay, so one RAG application, restart this space. Okay, if we want to create one LLM based application, RAG based application, that can also be done. Okay, so Hugging Face, see, so simply come to your spaces and new space. You can upload your own source code. If you want to take up a pre-trained model, if you want to take some existing model. Okay, for example, some specific model I want to take from Hugging Face itself, like in speech recognition, in NLP, I want to work with question answering or summarization. For example, this one. Okay, this summarization, which particular implementation we want to take, we want to take Google Pegasus. Okay, this one. Okay, I want to use on my in my own space. So one option is, as we have seen, that we will upload our file, we will create a source code in this particular way, we will upload a source code and then it will work. I want to take this Google model as it is, deploy spaces. You can see that it is giving us option Google deploy on spaces. Click on spaces. Okay, so you can see this one, create new space. Simply click here, create new space. Now in same way, Apache license, Gradio, public. Okay, it is my public URL. On cloud it will be integrated, it will be compiled. After compilation, after checking each and every parameter, it will give me the interface and directly we will be able to use it. Okay, so it is executing now and very soon we will get its interface to use this particular platform. So it is executing now. So application startup, now you can see it is running. So you can see that, for example, this one. Okay, anything, any specific, or any text you will be able to take. For example, some random text I am taking from internet, and this particular text. So submit inference provider, and its summary will be generated. So in this way, it is running. Okay. So whether it is a text summarization or any other implementation, if we want to upload our own script, if I want to upload my own code, that can also be done. So this one is running. Okay, without giving our complete code, without giving our complete notebook, and moreover it will be uh, in better interface. Okay, so this one, spaces, new space. For example, one more code we want to share. Okay, I one more script I want to upload. This one, this is my app, this is my Python code. This is RAG based application. So this implementation is related to RAG, fine tuning of RAG, fine tuning of retrieval augmented generation RAG, using FAISS. Okay, we are using sentence transformer. This code will be same, no change. These files I want to upload, I want to fine tune. Okay, in a pre-trained model, in a specific large language model, I want to give my own data. For example, at backend of ChatGPT, at backend of DeepSeek, whatever model is there, I want to train my own documents. I want to give my own documents. Okay, I want to give my own data. So these four sentences, these four statements, just for demo, I want to upload. And depending upon these four sentences, I want to put some question. Okay, so now this app I want to deploy on cloud rather than console, rather than command prompt or Google Colab. I want to upload. I want to take it. I want to use it on my on Hugging Face. Okay, so new space. Okay, RAG fine tuning. Create new space. Apache 2.0, and other things will remain same. Gradio and create space. After that, you can see that files. We will come to files. We will upload the scripts, contribute, upload files. Which files I want to upload? Where is my Python code? My Python code is here, app.py. Uploaded, commit changes. Okay, so either you will be able to commit changes via web based interface, or you can link your GitHub repository. Okay, so second is requirements.txt file. In requirements.txt file, which packages we need to run this application? So in requirements.txt, this is also mandatory. If you will not upload requirements.txt file, then your code will not work, because in actual source code, which libraries you are using? FAISS, this FAISS. This one is transformer. This is your transformer. Gradio, Gradio. Okay, torch, sentence piece. So whatever you have imported in your source code, in your Python code, those package name you will have to specify in requirements.txt file. Okay, and these packages will be installed automatically at on the interface of Hugging Face. Now these files are uploaded. Requirements.txt file, app.py. Now I will click here for execution. Okay, now on click of this, so it will download the required packages. So you can see installing collected packages, WebSocket, whatever it is. So you can see here this particular status building. It is building, it is creating that particular repository to execute this particular source code. It will download all packages, it will download all libraries, and finally it will give you the web based URL. It will be permanent. Okay, your, so first of all your code will be secured, and your interface will be in a better presentation. Okay, for example, you are working on some research paper. In your research paper you are giving some screenshots of web based application related to your implementation. It will give a better impact, okay, rather than everything on console, everything in command prompt in text mode. So if you are using some GUI based platform, then it will be better. So it is installing, and 1 2 minute it will take to install all required packages, and finally it will give you the interface, that this is your interface, this one is your GUI. Now you can see that one by one it is installing all packages on cloud, and everything is free. If same thing you will perform in Amazon AWS, I think some of you might have used AWS GCP. It is very in that particular case, we have to pay for that. Okay, whatever packages we are installing, whatever instances we have started, whatever systems we have started, whatever services we have started, for everything we have to pay in Google Cloud, in AWS, in Azure. Okay, and you can't deny, because your payment credentials, your payment your card details is already taken by that particular, by those platforms. But here no need to link anything. Simply upload your code, upload your requirement.txt file, and everything will be done in Hugging Face spaces automatically. Okay, so you can see it is still building, and once it is done on cloud, now your cloud space is getting ready for this implementation, and it will give you a specific GUI to work with. So you can see that pushing image and building, and very soon we will get the link. So pushing image and this one. Okay, so for classical research based applications we can use these platforms. I After this viewing phase I will show some more platforms also which are freely available. No need to link your card details. Okay, I'm showing you those platforms, those demonstrations in which no need to link your payment details. Okay, otherwise it becomes very problematic when we put some card details and we forget. So building, and after pushing the image, after getting ready, we will get our live URL. Okay, once it is done, then we will come to our next platform. Okay, so first option is Google Colab with Gradio. Okay, another option is Google Colab with Gradio with NG Rock. Okay, NG Rock is also available. Okay, NG Rock, very popular platform to link your web based application, to link your deep learning based application. But in this particular scenario, there is a certain limit. Okay, NG Rock. So with multiple programming languages, you can work with multiple platforms. You will be able to work Mac, Windows, Linux, Docker, Raspberry Pi. You can see, if you want to install, if you want to link your Raspberry Pi, for example, you are working on IoT based application, and so Raspberry Pi with Python and with other platform, so you will be able to work with it. Okay, now it is getting ready. So initially, when we launch some application on these platforms, then some time is taken, and once each and everything is installed, then you can reuse it any number of times. Okay, so this is another platform, your NG Rock, and multiple interfaces you will be able to work with. Okay, this specific key we have to use, and then we will be able to work with it. Okay, so this one, and after that, which services are running. So this particular service is running SqueezeNet, RAG fine tuning. It is building now. This one is running pre-trained. So you can see that 4 to 5 services are still running here. View 10 spaces. So how many applications we have created? So this RAG. So for example, this one. Okay, RAG demo. Okay, similar to Chat GPT. So, for example, so where is, okay, Great Wall of China. Okay, for example, I want to ask this question. So this one. So from where it is getting the response? It is getting the response from this database which I have uploaded. So this one. If I want to ask about programming language, for example, in my chatbot, I want to ask about a popular programming language, okay, or prominent programming language. So what we have done, we have fine-tuned this particular pre-trained model. In this pre-trained model T5 small, we have put our own data, and after that we are asking some questions. Okay, prominent programming language, submit. So you can see its context is Python. So from where it is getting the responses, it is getting responses from this particular data which we have trained. So these are only 4 sentences for demonstration. We can upload PDF files, we can upload our doc files, and after that we can ask some questions. Okay, and it is working on cloud, on free cloud. Okay, so one way is that output is on Google Colab, output is on console. Second way, second format, this one on web-based application on Hugging Face. Okay, for example, I want to ask about this one, Eiffel Tower. Okay, whatever data I have trained, where is Eiffel Tower? Submit. So you can see that it is giving this response. So similar to Chat GPT. So in Chat GPT, so many data sets are integrated. So similar type of application we can develop. We can train our own data, we can train our own paragraphs, and after that we can ask the questions similar to Gemini, Chat GPT, or any other thing. So that is RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. In existing language model, we are integrating our data and then asking the questions. Is this clear to all participants? Kindly confirm. Are you getting this point clearly? Whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear to all of you? So two files we have to upload. One is app.py. Whatever code you have written, it should be available in app.py format, app.py file. Second is requirements.txt. Now another platform, next platform we will discuss. This is also very popular, very prominent platform, cloud-based platform for deployment of machine learning and deep learning based applications. That is render.com. This one. No need to link your card details. No need to link your payment details. Okay. Simply create account with your email ID, verify it, and start working. Start uploading your documents, start uploading your files, deep learning code, machine learning code, generative AI, whatever code you are having, whatever script you are having. Okay, for example, I'm having this particular app, this specific Python code. Okay, this specific code of machine learning I want to upload. Okay, I want to use. So simply this Python code we will upload on render. Either you can upload on render, railway also you can take. So get started. Simply sign in with your account, with your Google account. You can see that this one, this is the interface. Now I want to create a new project. Okay, if I want to view existing projects, that can also be uh, generated. Okay, so this one. So create new project, project name. Okay, so you can specify it. So different services we have already created. It is also a free cloud. So you can see that which regions we have taken. Oregon, this one. Now we want to add a new service. For example, this one, click on new service. Which service I want to use? My deep learning application will be covered as a web service. If I want to work on static site, background worker, cron job, postgres, web service, I want to deploy my deep learning, my computer vision based application or machine learning based application as a web service. Web service means a particular application on web browser. Okay, click on web service. Now what I will do, I will link my GitHub account. So this is my GitHub account, this one. Okay, so simply create your GitHub account, GitHub repository. In your GitHub repository, you can see that this is my GitHub account. Okay, in this GitHub, I have created multiple repositories. Okay, so for example, this machine learning code I have uploaded in my GitHub. This is my app.py index.html file. Okay, this is my app.py file. Now this app.py file which is uploaded on GitHub, I want to run it because GitHub is a code repository. I want to execute this code in form of a web service, in form of a web-based application. So I will link this GitHub account with render. So this is my GitHub account. So click. Okay, simply click here. Now it is asking me which Python I am using. Python 3. What is my branch? Branch main or master? Generally we have two branches, multiple branches we can create. So I want to see in which branch I am working. So you can see main branch or master branch. So you can see that. So currently, how many branches we are having? This one, main. Okay. In some repositories we can work with master. Okay. So if you are new to GitHub, some of the participants may be new to GitHub. So for those, I'm sharing how to create your own repository. For example, you have this source code, you want to upload on GitHub repository. So simply create account on github.com. After that, new. So you can see that, click on new, create new repository, any name. For example, my ml code or my ml, anything, or pre-trained. For example, this pre-trained is available, this name is available. Whether it is public or private, create repository, add license, Apache license, MIT license, or no license. Okay. Description you can give. Now we are creating new repository. So you can think repository simply as a folder. Okay, very simple, as a folder you can consider in layman point of view. Now I want to upload my files. So one way is that I will use some GitHub platform, some GitHub tool. Okay. Or with a command prompt we can work. So git init, git add. So if you don't want to go for these commands, because some of you might be from other disciplines, from other domains, so simply click here, upload an existing file. Okay, directly web browser, no need to download any GitHub client. Simply choose your file, which file I want to upload, this file. Okay. Now this file is uploaded, commit changes. Okay. So without any tool, without any client, now you can see in pre-trained repository this app.py is available. Now this app.py file I want to run as a web service. This is my rag code. This rag code I want to run as web service on web browser. So what I will do, I will come to render. In render I will give name of that repository. Okay, your account name slash repository name, and after that free. So simply free. Okay, I have not linked my payment details here. And after that, deploy web service. Okay, once this particular web service is deployed, after that it will be available here. Okay. So you can see that in this format it will run. In very fresh attempt, in first attempt it will take some time, 4 to 5 minutes in installation of services, so many logs you will see. Okay. And after that it will be available here in this format. Now it will be available all time. So this link is generated, click. Now whatever code you have given on this platform, whatever code you have given here, it will run, it will be executed on render cloud. So I'm not doing anything on my local laptop, I'm not doing anything on my command prompt. Everything is done, everything is getting executed on web browser, on web based services, on cloud. Okay. So once it is done, then you will be able to see its result. So you can see this one. So services, so application loading. Once it is loaded, then you will be able to see the results. So you can see that incoming service request. Okay. And it is under free tier. So what we have done, whatever application you are having, whatever source code you are having in GitHub, we are running it as a web based application in this one. Now you can see this. Now I will write here front end slash front end. So you can see that it is running here. For example, this prediction 2. So you can see this one. So where I'm running, it is getting executed on render.com. From where this link is coming, this link is from here. Okay, any number of services you will be able to create. Okay, after working, so at backend it is working with Linux platform. So you can see that on cloud I am executing sudo command. You can see that sudo suspend web service ml2 on cloud, not on my local command prompt. Suspend web service. Now it will be suspended. At backend of this there is Linux. I want to open this web service. Resume. Okay. So now it is deployed. Now on click of this, resumed. Okay. Click. This is my web service that is linked with my GitHub account. So any number of repositories you will be able to create on GitHub, and those repositories you will be able to link with your render account, with your railway account. Another platform is railway. You can explore it. It is also providing free account. Okay, so you can see deploy a new project on railway. So meanwhile it is working. I'm showing you this one. Okay, so you can see that this is railway project, new project, GitHub repository from where I want to take my code. My code is available. My code I have uploaded here. My script I have uploaded on GitHub account. This one. If you want to add new files, so you can click create new. Okay, so new file you will be able to create. Okay, so you can see that this one, create new file, upload file. If I want to update this code, if I want to change this particular code, for example, this code I want to change, click here on web browser. If it's up to you whether you want to use some client or not. GitHub clients are also available. Otherwise, this is the easiest option. On simply edit this file on web browser itself, you will be able to edit. After editing, commit changes. Okay, commit changes or cancel changes, whatever changes you have done in this file. And once this particular file is updated, then you can call it in your render or railway. For example, GitHub repository. Now it will ask which GitHub repository. Okay, so I will give name. Okay, slash ml, whatever GitHub is there. Login with GitHub, or I can simply click here, login with GitHub. It will automatically link with my GitHub account. This code will be imported here. Okay, this code, whatever code I have given, for example this one. Okay, this copy and paste. Whatever code is available in this particular repository, in this specific account, it will be linked in my cloud, in railway cloud, in render cloud, and then we will be able to execute with this one, this one. Okay, as a web based application. So login with your GitHub account. So it's up to you whether you want to use railway or render or Amazon. But if you go for Amazon or GCP, in that case there are lots of issues related to payments, lots of issues related to payment integration, card details. Okay, because most of the services are paid. Even free tier we have to we generally use by with some panic that some particular payment should not be deducted, some payment should not be charged. But on these platforms there is no issue. Any number of times you will be able to deploy, and also all and similar type of services available. Okay, whatever you get in Amazon, same type of services you get here. For example, I want to suspend it. Click now sudo suspend. Copy this command. Okay, sudo suspend web service, and now it will be suspended. Okay, if even if you will not suspend, even then nothing will happen. Okay, no billing will be there. In case of Amazon, if you will leave the services running all time, or simply I sign out here in Amazon and services are running, in that case, in charge is associated. Okay, so we have to take care these things very carefully in other platforms. So it is only for demonstration. I'm not promoting any platform, because for implementations, for demonstrations, I generally use those platforms in which no need to link our payment details. Okay, so I'm giving you a quick recap because it might be looking some complex. For example, you have created account on GitHub, come on repositories. In repositories, simply click new, create new repository. Okay, any name you can give, as simple as creating a new account. For example, this is deep learning or computer vision. In computer vision folder, for example, this is my folder. I want to upload some files on which are available in my local laptop, in my local system. So add files. Okay, upload files. All of your scripts will be uploaded. Now I want to use these files. So whatever files I have uploaded in my GitHub account, I want to use, for example, this is my data set, data.csv. This one is a app.py file, Python file, requirement.txt. Now I want to use this app. I want to run this app in web browser. For that, we need render, railway, Amazon, GCP, Azure, whatever it is. Okay, so I am coming to render. Simply new service, web service. Okay, it will ask you, okay, from which account you want to take. So this one, GitLab, Bitbucket, other platforms also available. Okay, from GitLab, from Bitbucket, or GitHub. So I'm using GitHub account. So this one, if I want to change it, so if I want to verify it, so add it. For example, I want to take this one, slash, for example, this is rag app, rag hyphen app. Okay, so we can work on that. This one, authorize, configure in GitHub, and this one. Okay, if I want to check the source code, which source code is available, click here. It will go, it will move to that particular folder in GitHub, in that repository. Now I will verify, okay, this is the code I want to run on cloud. So after that, free tier, I will take this free tier. Okay, and then deploy web service. Very quickly you will get this type of web service running, and then you will be able to execute. Okay, very simple, everything is on cloud. Even no need to install TensorFlow, no need to take graphic card, no need to take GPU, TPU. Everything live on cloud because of the performance. Otherwise, on local laptop, you might have seen we face so many problems. This is not installing, this dependency issue, this troubleshooting, this DLL file is missing, this particular package is missing. So in local laptop, in local installation, we face so many problems. Okay, but on cloud, everything is available. Everything is up to date. For example, we are using Windows 10. Some package is not compatible with Windows 10. Then also it becomes very problematic. It becomes a headache that it is not compatible with Windows 10. It is not compatible with Linux. It is not compatible with Fedora or Red Hat. So leave your code, execute your code on cloud, and your code, your script, your execution will retain permanent. On your mobile phone also you will be able to access it. Okay, so you can use these platforms, cloud based services, for AI based applications. Such type of applications you will be able to deploy very quickly. Now, dear participants, I am sharing uh, some scripts. Okay. In this particular presentation I have not used any PPT. So for your practice I am giving you some scripts which you can use, which you can upload on render, which you can upload on uh, your GitHub account. Okay, one Colab notebook also I am downloading so that you will be able to work on it. ML Cloud, one Cloud notebook also I am sharing. This you will be able to import directly pynb file, and kindly wait. Now, dear participants, link of the code I have given in chat window. Simply click on this link and download, and kindly confirm is it downloadable or not. And session is now open for your queries. If you have any query, you can ask.